the elsewhere now.
Start recording. Fuck off about a store. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first ever Breakable Media Podcast.
Again.
Our third fucking attempt at this. But this one's actual reveal because we're actually posting this one tomorrow.
The other
The day it's supposed to go up. We were meant to do this earlier.
We don't mention the other two.
Yeah, we don't mention the other two.
Yeah.
They were fun attempts, but we don't mention the other two. I am your host, Axel and False, followed by my co-host. Hold on. Wait.
Are you doing
Followed by my co-host. My co-host, False Hooker.
Oh, God, you brought that one back.
Yeah, I brought that one back. Start off a good one.
Oh, God.
And also because I couldn't think of anything else at the time.
Oh, man.
Anywho, False, you were saying something just before we started, and hence why we immediately started and have no other plans. Which means that this could crash and burn very fucking quickly.
2 seconds later.
Go on.
No, it's snipping tool deal.
Yeah, the snipping tool thing. Why Microsoft's discontinuing it.
I believe they are.
Are you about to show us what happened?
No, I'm making sure that information is actually correct.
Okay.
Okay, it's getting replaced.
It's getting replaced.
It was a different program.
Yeah.
But yeah, perfect.
And why is that, False?
The practical side, well, in my case, it soft locks my screen because like, when you go to snip out a certain portion of your display or what you're trying to get, it wipes out your screen. Well, it's 50% chance if it works or doesn't work. So if it works, you snip the area out, it goes back to normal, brings the program again, you do whatever you want to it. Or in my case, literally, I want to say probably 2 minutes ago, it will white out your whole entire screen. So when you try to snip it, you see that display in color, but everything else is still white. And you just you can sit there and keep drawing on your screen and just whatever tool you're using. So yeah,
right.
but that's what was it? Yeah,
Restart.
Yeah, restart my computer because it was soft locked. Yeah, it's fun.
Yes, that is fun. Stupid. Anyway, yeah, that's stupid. No, honestly, it annoys me sometimes when Microsoft will end up like making an update. Their updates end up causing an issue with one of their programs, and instead of them going like, "Oh, I guess we should fix it," no, they instead go like, "You know what? We'll discontinue this and we'll add a new one." Except they never made a new thing for Windows Movie Maker.
I know.
That how I originally edited videos, and then the day when
I will.
One day when I went to edit and my computer had updated, the freaking, like, it was like cut, the display was like cut in half and weirdly mirrored over that like diagonal cut. It was so weird and broken, but that was the day I had to look into buying a editing software, which was the previous software I was using until I started using Filmora just this past summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because long story short, I tried to upgrade that editing software. It wouldn't work on my computer for some reason. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just going to I'm just gonna go back to using the other one, and it wouldn't let me use the other one. I was calling tech support as well and trying to be like, hey, I need a refund because the program doesn't work. Yeah, the program does not work on my computer. And he's like, oh, have you tried all this, and this? And then I try it. I try going through all these fixes. It never works. What the issue was is that the editing software would load up, but then it would immediately crash. And at some point, it just started saying like, oh, yeah, your system doesn't support this. And I'm like, it was supporting this like a minute ago. So after that, I tried issuing refunds. They would not give me a refund. I ended up getting the refund like 3 months later when I randomly got an email one day from them, and they're like, oh, hey, yeah, we noticed that you submitted a thing for an email. We were currently in the middle of changing our systems, so it kind of slipped through the cracks. But we found it, and we're sending you your refund. Okay, well, I've already started using Filmora, so fuck you. See, even College found it funny. He doesn't know what he's laughing at.
He was talking with Daisy.
Yeah.
Tower
Anyway,
Hunter. One and two.
Yeah. On that topic, my review of Filmora, I like it. It's good. It's nice. It's got a lot of nice little features that I enjoy using. My one complaint with it is the fact that so many things that, like the audio library and stuff and some other things, like, that come with it are like, oh yeah, you have to pay for an extra subscription thing to actually use these without copyrights or whatnot. And I'm like, that's stupid. Why even show me them in the first place? Not to mention, they have this weird thing where some of them are like, oh yeah, these are commercially usable, and some of them are only for non-commercial use. And the way, when I went to look at like the descriptions for that, it got me so confused, because for commercial, which is like, I'm pretty sure like commercial use is like where you're allowed to use it and you can make a profit with it. And then non-commercial use is you can't use it to make a profit. But I was reading them and it sounded backwards. Like, it said like, oh yeah, you can't use it for these things. Even when it said like, oh yeah, you're able to use these commercially, it still had restrictions. So I'm like, wait, why is that? Aren't I allowed to freely use this? No? Yes? No? Why? Why? And so I ended up having to go back and re-edit a few of our videos before we released them this past week, because I had to remove some of the audio. I had something else to say and it left my brain, false hooker. It left my brain.
Here, hold up. No, dude, we can talk.
Wait, hold on. The Filmora thing.
Yeah.
It was really weird with how much, like, I just went, like, when it came to audio files, I just went to the YouTube library and just started downloading them, because I know, like, that was really straightforward. Otherwise, I love Filmora. It works great, and I'm thinking of upgrading to Filmora 14 since that came out, so that way I'll have the ability to have two separate versions of Filmora on two separate computers.
That's gonna be interesting.
Anyway. Hello, we're back. We had a quick brief intermission.
Yay.
Technical issues. Don't know how much of that first part is gonna be in there, but yeah. Anyway, what I want to talk about now, False, is the kind of content we will be creating. I feel like this first podcast episode should be us kind of explaining our ideas and goals for the kind of content we'll be creating on Breakable Media.
Yeah.
At the moment. At the moment. Yeah. And I just wanted to bring up a few shows that we have ideas for. Obviously, there's already Two Twits and a Genius and Narrative Nonsense that we've already put out. But that we've put out episodes for. But there are a few others which are still in the works and needing to be worked on a bit. But before I mention them, I want to just quickly explain what Two Twits, Genius, and Narrative Nonsense are. And there are going to be like separate videos, like separate trailers that we will be posting as well to sort of explain them for people. So that way, like if we were to make a playlist or anything, or like if we were to make every episode of this show playlist, we would just like have a trailer for it at the very beginning and be like, hey, this explains what Narrative Nonsense or Two Twisted Genius is. Basically, in short, what the idea of Two Twisted Genius is basically 3 or more players or cast members, however we want to say it, playing a single game, and their goal is, it's usually supposed to be like a puzzle game or a mystery game, and the goal is for them to try and work together, but also sort of compete to gain like points and stuff, or favorship with the viewers to decide who are the twits and who is the genius. And that is both going to be based on a point system sort of thing, which, let's be honest, for Bunny Graveyard, I didn't really keep account of that. That's definitely going to be up to viewer discretion. But going forward, we will try and have a point system, maybe. But pretty much, it's going to be up to viewer discretion. You guys in the comments will be saying, like, oh, I think this person was the genius and the rest were twits and whatnot. That's the whole idea of it, so to speak. And that's why I always have such a emphasis on trying to keep the same people for the whole playthrough and not like swapping people out willy-nilly or having some person join us if they weren't there for the very first episode. Obviously, we're making an exception with Professor Layton because we had to redo that and False couldn't be there when we redid it. But yeah, Professor Layton won't be out for a while. We still have one more episode of Bunny Graveyard coming out this coming Wednesday, if this is uploaded tomorrow, Friday, the 4th, like we planned it to be. And then we have In Sound Mind, which is being edited by Toodles, who may take forever, in which case we've recorded another sort of pseudo Two Twits and a Genius, which was more or less a Who's the Twit, Who's a Genius episode of Freddy Fish, which may or may not end up going out. I don't know. It all depends. Toodles streamed it herself, hence why it accidentally was cut into 2 separate parts. Also, I'm taking a bit of blame because I spent probably 20 minutes trying to make pasta, or trying to deal with pasta while after we started, and that was my fault. That was my fault. False, do you want to explain narrative nonsense?
Are you sure I'm the right guy to explain that one?
I mean, you can give it a try, and then I'll probably explain it if you better, maybe.
Do you want me to explain it nicely, or how I would normally explain it?
Hold on. Let me get a coin and flip it. Hold on. Let me get a coin. Heads, just explain it. Tails, explain it the way you would. Fuck, he came up... South Carolina?
So Tails.
I guess so. Huh. The Palmetto State, apparently.
Palmetto State. Okay. Hey, what's narrative nonsense?
Yeah, narrative nonsense.
Narrative nonsense is pretty much a band of individuals who are voice acting characters who technically don't have a voice depending on what style of game you're playing, and being complete idiots at it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much the gist. Basically, we'll take like a game like Phoenix Wright or Danganronpa, which are 2 games. Like, obviously, if you've seen the first episode of Narrative Nonsense, you've seen it's Phoenix Wright. Danganronpa is coming eventually. We've tried for 4 years to fucking do Danganronpa. I figured actually, to be honest, no, 3 years. 3 years. 4 years would put us 2020. But yeah, no, trying for 2.5 to 3 years to try and do Danganronpa.
Longer than that, because I know you were trying to do it before we did In Sound of Mind.
No. I was trying to do it before Game Grumps did V3, because V3 is the only one I know nothing about, and I really want to watch Game Grumps do it, but I want to play it first. But now they're already playing it, and I've been holding back on watching it, because I want to go into that one blank, not knowing anything.
Fair.
So it could technically be, but I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble. Anywho, yeah, that's pretty much what narrative nonsense is pretty much us taking those kind of games and giving voices to characters that aren't usually voiced. Sometimes we might even consider, if a game does have voice acting, if it will fit well enough, that we will just mute the voices and do it ourselves. Also, games like Paper Mario, we could absolutely do that with.
Animal Crossing's another one, but I won't do it.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Animal Crossing, I've for the 2 Animal Crossings I've played, there really wasn't much of a beginning and ending story.
No, there is not.
I feel like
there is.
Yeah, so that one I would say would not be a candidate. It would be a fun little goof around,
because
like one off.
Because
but
with Animal Crossing, even after you do quote unquote pay off your debt,
you still get lumped up with another debt.
You really don't.
It's never-ending debt.
You pretty much you pay off your debt. You resume playing like as if you still had one.
I'm sure we could probably come up with a way, like depending on which Animal Crossing it is, to come up with some kind of convoluted story in which I don't know. Maybe we could just somehow spin it to be a murder mystery.
Actually, I think there's only one that we can still play.
Is that the one on Switch?
Yeah, I believe that's the only one we can play.
Oh, I could probably find I just need to get like a GameCube game one. I could probably play it. I could probably get it to work. Because I think that one doesn't require you to be online. I think the mobile app one is gone. The DS ones we'd never be able to do because I don't have a DS that can capture. I know someone who does, but they told me they'd sell it for a ridiculous price, so no. Anywho, moving on to our other shows. We have quite a few actually. Some that originally were intended to be released week 1, but didn't make it, like my model kit review show. That one, I'll be honest, I dropped the ball on that one. I fell behind on trying to do that one. I just kept making more model kits. I'm like, I just need a couple model kits to make for this, and I just kept making the model kits. And then I got my headache, which is starting to go away, but to be honest, I'm starting to think it might be a sinus infection. I don't know. Like a deep, like in the sinus. Yeah. But we've got that. We also have the Cold State. This is one we had a plan for a few years ago. Basically, what the Cold State is it's another podcast where me and False will discuss 50 different cold cases from across the U.S. So like one per state. Where I'm considering a few of them that are maybe recently like no longer cold cases, like they've had some answers. But I don't know. That all depends, really. The reason why we didn't do it when we wanted to, like, I think beginning of last year, was just because I just couldn't do the research. But I've been slowly but surely researching these things in different ways other than freaking reading about it. Because I'm just not a reader. I just can't read. Except for some reason in Horizon Zero Dawn, I could read all of that for some reason. Any of the other shows, False? You wanna explain? Is that because you don't know any of them?
I mean, yeah, this one's still up in the air, but Soulborn, Soul-like Massacre.
I don't think I've had this one explained to me. Explain this.
It's a Soul-like games. So,
basically
Dark
just where
Souls,
we play the Soul-like games.
Code Vein.
I will play Bloodborne.
So on and so forth.
Oh yes, that's right. You were explaining this to me yesterday. I didn't know the name. There was not a name before.
I still don't have a name for it.
Well, to be honest, I kind of like the name you just gave it. What was it?
Soulborn / Soul-like Massacre. Because we already know it's gonna be a massacre.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So something massacre, like Soul something massacre.
Yeah.
We'll work on that. We'll work on that one. But we also have another sort of podcast-esque show, The Misadventures of Cornelius Cornwall, starring False as the titular character, Cornelius Cornwall. Don't act like you don't know about this. You do, because I remember us talking about this when the other day, because I found, or not the other day, but like beginning of the year or something, because I found the piece of paper that I had written a bunch of these show ideas down on, and I remember that was one I talked to you about. It's the one where we get to just RP crazy adventures, and you pretty much just get to be yourself, and at times disassociate from whatever the plot is.
I literally don't remember that.
Cornelius Cornwall. I don't think it was Cornelius Cornwall. I'm saying Cornwall because I can't, because I want to say.
I looked up Cornelius Cornwall, and it's literally this guy dressed as a short corn.
No, not corn.
Promoting a can of corn.
No, Cornelius Cornwall. Hence why you're the main character. Cornelius. He's a crow. See? I think it was around the time where you changed from just False Hacker to Null FH Crow that I came up, that I had that idea.
Okay.
I think it was around then.
So yeah, I like a will remember anyways.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't think it was Cornwall though. I think it was a different last name, but fuck me if I could remember or even read whatever the fuck that smudged part of my handwriting was. I mean, granted, the whole paper was smudged. I just could barely read it and recall this stuff. Cornelius Cornwall. I'll think of it. I'll think of it, and it'll come to me, and I'll tell you, and then we'll release the show, and it will be a different last name, and people who've watched this, and maybe we'll mention it in next week's podcast episode. But I don't know. We also have a couple other shows. The TCal Society, that's Amy and Toodles' show. That one honestly has faced a bit of difficulties with getting it to happen just because Amy and Toodles cannot make up their mind on what it is.
No, so
Like-
if we're going down that route, then we can include the MC server too.
Yeah, like the Minecraft server obviously will be a series. We're just working on getting that worked out.
Yeah, a lot of stuff worked out.
Yeah. I have discovered that I need to actually buy like probably a pixel art software because Microsoft, you can only zoom in so far with Microsoft Paint, and the thing on my iPad only goes so the canvases are only so small.
Yeah.
Like 250 by 250 pixels I think is the smallest it can go, and I need that, and I need it to be smaller. I need it to be a lot smaller.
I sure wonder.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Hold on, I have a list of some of our show idea. Oh yeah, Oklahoma Tim, one of our actual like live action like shows where I played Oklahoma Tim. It was that one where one of the episodes you were gonna fly up here and get in a bear suit to beat me with a wiffle bat. Remember? Yeah, he remembers. Yeah, no, I don't know if that episode's happening now. Mostly just because my head, I'm becoming a little bit more conscious of getting hit in the head as of late.
You just don't aim for
So
the head.
yeah, just don't aim for the head. Just don't aim for the
I
head.
might aim for the ankle.
Pretty much. Okay, no, don't aim for the. Okay, you know what? Maybe we should get you like a foam bat.
We will
I'll
become
have to
limping buddies.
I'm afraid. Hold on. All right. Other shows include 12 Days of Gaming, which, you know what? Yeah, let's make an announcement about the 12 Days of Gaming now. It's not really a show, but it is a sort of charity event that we do each year. 12 days in December, from the 1st to the 23rd, the odd number days of December, we do an event, a streaming event, where we do a lot of planning and stuff. We usually always falls into chaos, but this year, this is the first official Breakable year that we will be doing it as Breakable Media. So we're gonna actually put in a lot more effort into this. One of the events definitely will be a sort of character wrestling match thing. Maybe, I don't know. It all depends on how well that pans out. I was inspired by Dead Meat's Horror Rumble to do this, but I gotta think of ways to make it different, because I don't want it to just be like us copying them. I want it to be a more really unique thing. Granted, that's gonna definitely be hard. I'll just use a game that's not their game. That's not the game that they usually use. Probably, like, I think they usually use like WWE, so we use AEW. Or we can even use UFC. Does that one have computer versus computer?
I have no clue on that.
That'd be funny. Just like freaking like mixed martial arts fight of Santa Pyre versus the freaking Easter Bunny. Okay, you know what? I'm playing that idea now. I got that idea running in my head. Yeah, so 12 Days of Gaming, we're gonna be prepping for that now. We've got like just a little less than 2 months to get everything planned, but hopefully things go well. I for one am hoping that this year it'd be a bit easier and not a headache. let me see. Looking. No, I think that's it. I think that's the majority of our shows at the moment. False, am I forgetting anything? Maybe something I didn't put on the list? Anything you can think of?
Good.
Yeah, I think we covered it. I mean, obviously, we're also going to be doing, like, non-show content as well, just because we would drive ourselves fucking insane. I know I was driving myself insane this past summer with wanting to make everything a show, and now I'm not. In part because I think that was one of the things that was causing my headaches. Yeah, I'm fucking messed up right now.
I'm right now just looking at random stuff.
Yeah.
Like this.
Oh. Do you want me to tell you what happened on Monday night during our launch party? Yeah. So there was something that happened Monday night while we were having our quote-unquote launch party, which was just me, False, and Toodles just sitting in a VC, setting up all the videos and whatnot, and then watching some show. I don't remember what the show was. But anyway, I get up and I go out to the kitchen, I turn on the stove, you can already tell where this is going. I put water in a pot, I put the pot on the stove, and then I come back in here to continue with the launch party, which was also still just us trying to get a couple of things finished. And I completely forgot about that pot. All the water evaporated and that pot started to burn.
Good job.
Yeah. No, that's not the big part about this. The big part about this is that for some reason the exhaust thing above my stove, which has not worked in years, mind you. It has not worked in years. I've tried fixing it and it wouldn't fix. I gave up on that like last year. And it wouldn't get any power to it. You couldn't like make it stronger. It wasn't that it was like just really weak. It was dead. My mother tells me like, you left the pot on the stove. Me and her go running out to the kitchen and I'm just hearing this noise. I'm like, what the hell is that? It's the exhaust fans running at max strength. And I'm just like, that thing hasn't worked in years. And she's like, yeah, it has. And I'm like, no, it hasn't. Remember? I tried fixing that thing and it has not worked in years. And I'm trying to turn it off. It's not turning off. I have to go in and like pull out the power supply like directly from the fans to get it to stop. And I give it a few minutes, put it back in, and I have control over it again. But I'm just like, this thing has not worked in years. Like, all of a sudden, it just kicks on as soon as I'm a dumbass and leave a pan to catch fire. Well, not catch fire, but burn on the stove. I'm pretty sure that pan was also thrown out, which I'm sad about because I like that tiny pan. False input.
I question why you have forgotten it. I really do.
I don't remember what we were doing in here. To be honest, like something happened with. Oh, you want to know what happened? It was when it gave us an error about uploading the videos, saying like it was over 15 minutes, and us trying to figure out whose phone number we were going to use to
and unlock it.
Yeah, to unlock it. I think that was when that happened, and then a bunch of other issues and me having to continually tell it to re-upload the videos we were trying to upload. I think that's might have been what distracted me.
So,
but
another note, you might not have to go buy a program.
Okay, good. Yeah, I killed a pan, which is not as bad as what my mother did last year. She burned a pan, decided to be smart and just take it out of the house. She threw it on the porch. It melted to the porch.
Yes, you and your mother killed two pans and a porch. I have killed a refrigerator and a stove.
I need this story. I need that story of how you killed a fucking stove.
Well, the refrigerator is because of a power outage.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. But how did you kill a stove?
Well, it was already due to dying, but it was also old.
So what you're saying is one of them died of a power outage and the other one died of just old age, and you didn't actually have a hand in killing them.
The one that died of the stove on first thing that went out was the heating elements. To remember,
You know, I thought this story was going to be more exciting about you
yeah.
having something catch fire, but no.
Yeah, the healing element itself caught fire because it's
Were you
electric stove. So like, instead of a glass top, it's an open top. So I had like the coils exposed.
Oh, you have one of those types? I have the ones where they're enclosed.
Yeah. So anyways, so
Mine needs to be
you pull
replaced, honestly.
coil out and just like replace like the little tray that's under it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well.
Also, for those, never mind. Go on. You finish your story first.
The tray itself caught fire.
Oh.
And decided not to go out. Like I sat there, sat there through like other minutes. I was like pull the coil out to stop the whole heating production.
Did you not have a fire extinguisher?
Bro, we're too broke to have one of those.
I mean, same, but I mean, yeah. I guess if it was an electrical fire, yeah, you probably don't want to throw water on it.
So it's
yeah, no, that would explode. Now I think about it.
Fires. You don't want to throw water in a grease fire either.
Yeah, that's the one where you want to have a fire extinguisher. How much is a fire extinguisher?
Grease fires? No, you just cover it.
Well, no, I'm just. How is a fire? I probably spelled that wrong. No, I don't want to. Why are you putting me in the shopping thing already?
It depends on what type and what size, because it can go from just a couple of bucks to a couple, almost 100.
Oh, they're not actually. They're actually a couple that aren't that bad of a price on Amazon.
Mm-hmm. It all depends on like what the extinguishing element inside of it is and the size.
You want to know what? Yeah, no, a lot of these are like kid sized that I'm looking at.
Then micro.
Or like even handheld size, like the size of say like a bug spray.
Yeah. Micro.
That's stupid. What the hell was that? Amazon Fire Max 11 tablet? I'm getting off Amazon.
Yeah. Anyway, it's like grease fires. All you do is remove the say it's still in the pot. Remove the pot from the heating element, and then get the lid that doesn't have like those little vents on the hole on top for like the steam to escape, and just cover the bitch. It'll put itself right out.
I know. I think you're right. I do believe you're right about that. But for where I work, I think they require us to use a fire extinguisher if that happens.
That has fire hazards, so like restaurants, are required by law to, well, actually not by law, but by safety regulations to have a fire extinguisher.
No, technically, I think it is technically by law.
I know schools by law.
Oh, look, Amy's back online.
To have one.
Oh, she's gone again. Yeah. Oh yeah, for those who are wondering why I was boiling water, is because I don't have a tea kettle and I want to make ramen. I don't have a tea kettle at the moment. Yeah.
So I burned the bomb off.
My brother. Yeah, my. We'll get to that story in a second. We'll get to that story in 1 second. My brother ended up taking the tea kettle with him when he went back to college because he broke his. Little shit.
Ooh, make him go buy one. Make him buy new one. It will last longer.
Yeah, no, he's broke as shit. Anyway,
maybe you should just get off the jewels.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. Oh look, Amy's back online again. If she pops in here, I'm gonna have to kill her. I'll just like move her up to staff VC and be like, just wait in there, for us, okay? Okay, just wait in there. Anywho, let's see. We're about 30 minutes into this portion of the recording. Anything else we want to talk about, False?
That's it, I'm done. I'm good.
You're good? Okay, yeah. I think it's a good place to stop, especially since, like, this is just the very beginning. We don't really have a lot just yet.
Yeah.
I'm sure in the future we'll have a lot more to talk about. But, yeah, just a short little first episode. It's fine. It's fine for us. And also, we probably honestly should be getting to bed. Or at least I should, because I have to work at noon tomorrow.
I work at noon also.
Noon to 8. What time do you get home?
I don't get home until sometime after 9.
So that'd be 9 your time.
10
that
yours.
would be 10 my time. Yeah. Damn it.
Like, if I work today,
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it,
about
damn
an
it.
hour and a half by now.
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Damn it. Anywho, hey, wait, oh, that's right, because you're live streaming something right now.
Are you done?
What the hell are you live streaming? Oh, is this the pixel art thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
All right, well, everyone, hope you liked what we had to say for this first episode. Please let us know in the comments what you want to hear us talk about on this show. More about like behind the scenes things, more about some of our shows, going into detail, or otherwise just talking about stupid stuff like looking up, say, a Florida Man article. You know what? Fuck it. Let's look up a Florida Man article real quick.
oh god.
We'll look up. Well, that's how we'll do each podcast episode. Looking up a Florida Man episode or story. FloridaMan.com. Hold on. No, never mind. That website wanted to send me notifications. No. Let's see. I have one. Florida man arrested for sleeping on Walmart roof with gun in hand.
My god.
Hold on, let me see. Oh no, it's a freaking video. Okay, no, wait, hold on a second. We do have a little bit of a summary here, a small little summary. Fort Myers, Florida, a Cape Coral man was arrested after deputies say they found him sleeping on the roof of a Fort Myers Walmart with a gun in his hand. Daniel Reyes Rios, 30, is facing one charge of trespassing after being arrested on Saturday. Lee County deputies responded to Walmart on 6 Mile Cypress for reports of a man on the roof of a handgun. When deputies arrived, an employee told them he was checking the air conditioning unit after Hurricane Helen, and he noticed a man sleeping on the roof. Deputies say they made their way to the roof and found Rios taking a nap with a revolver in his hand. According to reports, Rios was on the roof the night before to ride out the storm. This comes from, I think, NBC. Yeah, NBC too. Wow. So if you want to maybe find anything more about this, if there is anything really more to this, check out NBC too. It looks like it was written by Zach Scott. Cool. All right, cool. That's our Florida Man episode story for the episode. What'd you think, False?
Questionable.
I'm just wondering why he thought sleeping on the roof of a Walmart was gonna keep him safe from the hurricane. Anywho,
Along with the gun.
Yeah, the gun part is the interesting part to me. Like, what was he gonna shoot the hurricane? Was he just trying to get to higher ground so he could get a better shot at the hurricane?
Probably.
Dear God. All right. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. It is very late for us. Bye. False, say bye.
No.
False.
Be gone.
False, say bye. Be nice to the viewers.
No.
Why?
Because they're not nice.
What? You just don't know them yet.
That's the point.
Good night, everybody.